Have you ever wondered why sometimes you feel totally turned on and ready for intimacy and other times nothing? You might think it's because of your hormones or attraction or even how much you love your partner. But what if I told you that turn on isn't something that you force? It's something that naturally flows when you remove the blocks that get in the way. Today, we're talking about the secret that no one told you about turn on. And if you ever have felt like your desires just disappeared out of nowhere, this video is going to change the way that you think about sex. So my name's Hannah, also known as the Libido Fairy, and I've helped over 1,500 women reconnect to their bodies, enjoy sex again, and create sex lives that actually feel good to them. And in this video, I'm breaking down exactly why turn on comes and goes and what you can do about it. So let's get into it. A few months ago, my partner, Taylor, and I were on a vacation with my family at our cabin in northern Michigan. And it was so wholesome. We played baked goods bingo with the locals and watched fireworks and celebrated my niece's first birthday. And even though we were on vacation, surrounded by incredibly beautiful nature, sleeping to the sound of waves crashing every single night, I was 0% interested in sex. And it wasn't because I don't love my partner. It wasn't because we aren't attracted to each other. It's because my turn on was completely blocked. And I wasn't worried about it because I knew exactly what was happening. See, my dad is bipolar. And even though we've done a lot of healing as a family, I still feel this kind of low-level anxiety when I'm around him. It's subtle, but it's there. I'm scanning for his mood and making sure things stay peaceful. And on top of that, the cabin has no privacy. I mean, the walls are literally thin enough that you can see beams of light shining in through the next room. So you want to guess what those two things, anxiety and no privacy, did to my interest in sex. And if you guessed made it disappear completely, you would be right. But here's the thing. I wasn't worried about it because I knew that my turn on wasn't gone. It was just blocked. And when we got home, those blocks naturally lifted. See, the river of desire that always exists under the surface, it started flowing again. Most of us have been taught that turn on is something we create, that we have to do the right things or get in the mood to make it happen. But turn on isn't something you have to manufacture. It's always available. It's like a river that's running underneath the surface. And the reason that you don't feel it sometimes is because rocks are blocking the flow. And these rocks can be environmental, with no privacy, a messy space, stressful surroundings. Could be psychological, negative self-talk, performance anxiety, past conditioning. Could be nervous system based, like stress or fight or flight mode or a lack of safety. Could be relational, unresolved tension, emotional disconnection, resentment with your partner. Emotional, feeling exhaustion, overwhelm, not feeling desired, not feeling appreciated. So instead of forcing yourself to feel desire, the better question to ask is, what are the rocks that are blocking my turn on right now? Because removing those blocks is way easier than trying to force yourself to be in the mood. If you've been struggling to feel desire, here's what I want you to do. First, you need to stop blaming yourself. You're not broken. You are not unloving. You are not bad at sex. Your turn on isn't gone. It's just blocked. Second, identify the biggest block in your river of desire. Do you feel stressed all the time? Are you stuck in your head thinking about work or responsibilities? Do you and your partner have tension that you haven't talked about? Do you feel like you never have time for yourself to relax and unwind? Once you think about what's blocking your turn on, focus solely on removing that. For example, if your environment is stressful, clean up your space, set a sensual atmosphere. If your nervous system is in fight or flight, take time to breathe, stretch, regulate your emotions. If there's emotional tension between you and your partner, have a conversation. Clear that out before jumping into sex. If you're constantly rushing through your day, slow down. Make space for pleasure. Make space for yourself. Turn on is a byproduct of creating the right conditions, not something you force yourself into. So let's recap. Turn on's always there. It's like a river running under the surface, and when there are big rocks like stress, emotional disconnection, lack of privacy, exhaustion, it can't flow. So instead of trying to force turn on and desire, shift your focus to removing the blocks. When you stop trying to get in the mood and instead you just turn off the offs, you'll find that turn on returns naturally, without pressure, without frustration, without forcing anything. And if this message resonated with you, share this video with someone who needs to hear it. If you want tips on creating a sex life that feels good to you, check out my next video, Tips for Women to Have More Satisfying Sex. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.